Everything takes place from winning. And I think any football coach who is looking for a job or is being asked about a job has to judge whether the opportunity to win is there. And if it is, then it's going to be a very nice job for him.
My main goal here is to break into the starting position sometime this year. And Todd's a good quarterback, and it's going to be hard. I'm going to take a lot of work, and I'm prepared for it, though.
Those were the humble beginnings. For Dick MacPherson, the year was 1980. He was an assistant coach with the NFL Cleveland Browns, about to replace a fired Frank Maloney. 3 seasons and 15 losses later, Don MacPherson arrived from Hempstead, Long Island. He wanted to play, and he didn't have long to wait. In the first game at Temple, starting quarterback Todd Norley got hurt. Don MacPherson got his first shot. But he also went down. A knee injury would keep him on the sidelines for the rest of the season.
Well, the knee was the first time I'd ever been hurt, and that really hurt me bad, not only physically but emotionally. That was tough to come back from.
Next season, Donnie was a surprise starter in the 5th game of the year at West Virginia. The decision met with mixed emotions among his teammates. Coach MacPherson never did announce the switch, and that caused quite a stir.
I know a lot of the offensive players didn't know that he was going to be starting until, the opening drive. And I was kind of confused seeing him there, too.
I'm in a position right now, I can't really speak about it.
That was a tough thing. That was a very tough time, and just the way everyone was looking, perceiving the position and who was going to be in the spot that Saturday. And, it was a very tough time for us, but I think the thing that really kept it all together was the fact that Todd and Mike and I were good friends.
2 weeks after the controversy, Donnie was named the official starter before the Army game.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's a really good opportunity for me, and it's one that I've been waiting for a long time, especially in the Dome.
But in the first half of that game, Donnie was thrown down to the turf hard on this play, and he came out of it with a separated shoulder. Foiled again.
So I keep searching for an answer. Never seem to find what I'm looking for. Lord, I pray you give me strength to carry on. 'Cause I know it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams.
After that injury, I really started to think that, am I on a self-destruct mission here? Am I not going to make it?
God gave him all those inner personalities and inner strengths that he needed to keep going. He knew an injury would heal. He knew anything he had control over would come about positively.
4 games into the 1985 season, Don MacPherson won the starting quarterback job for good. And the rest is the stuff of record books and awards.
All my life, I've worked for something that someone didn't want to give me. And that's basically the way I've motivated myself, because people didn't want to accept the fact that I could play quarterback, and people didn't want to believe that Syracuse can go 11-0, and it was something that we had to improve all the time, and it was a motivation for me to go out and prove it. I'm finally where I've always dreamed I would be and where I always hoped I'd be, but probably never thought that I would get there, and that's what made me work so hard.
Dick MacPherson suffered through 3 losing seasons before finishing 6-5 in both 1983 and 84, which piqued the optimism of Syracuse fans. But the 1985 season started with losses to Mississippi State and Virginia Tech in a year of great expectations. The natives were getting restless.
We're not doing the job. It belongs on the head coach's shoulders, and I understand that, and we just got to get over it. The best way I know to solve it is to win some games. If we don't win, I think the fans are going to continue it, and I understand that also.
After a 7-5 finish that included an appearance in the now-defunct Cherry Bowl came MacPherson's toughest season. After losing the first 4 games of 1986, fans were screaming for his head.
MacPherson must go! MacPherson must go! When are we getting a new coach?
Goodbye, Mac! We're glad to see you go!
I feel that I understand it because I've been at places where people didn't even care. And I like this better, where they care. And if you don't win, then it's inconceivable to me how anybody would think that you're competent or great. And so therefore, they've got to think you're lousy.
But win or lose, Mac always has at least one fan. His wife of 29 years, Sandra, has been by his side for better or worse, sharing the emotions of both extremes.
I think if she had the option of having me another profession, she would, but she never would ask me to leave it. Never did that, but thoroughly disgusted with it a lot. And she looks at it a different perspective, and knowing me or thinking she knows me how I am and what people perceive me to be are things that bother her at times. She's just a beautiful, beautiful woman. I think what happens to some people is that they think that I'm a good guy. I'm not talking about other people, not coaches. Why are they mad at me? They think I'm a good guy and I represent the university well and I'm trying to run a decent program. That isn't what people bring you here for. People bring you to a college situation, Division I, to win. And if you forget that and get involved in all those other things, that's why I never got upset, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm not supposed to be judged on whether there's a lot of good guys in this world, and a lot of good fathers, and a lot of good Christians, and a lot of smart people, but that's not their job. My job is to coach a football team and win.
He gave me an opportunity in high school, and he said he'd stick with me, and he did. And even when the pressure was on for his job and things like that, and he really stuck by me and said, this is my quarterback, and together I think we've done some things around here that have been remarkable.